inspected the house that I own at such and such a street, and you tore my house to pieces, and I hate you for it. I'm buying a house, and I'd like for you to come inspect it now.
Hi, I'm Gary Petty.
And I'm Sarah Petty, and we're the Petty team with RE/MAX DFW Associates. Today we're going to talk about another part of the home buying process, the inspections.
The inspector is brought in near the beginning of everything during the option period to make an assessment of all the systems in the house to make sure everything is functioning properly.
Let's go and follow Mike Clarkson through an inspection.
Home inspectors are licensed by the Texas Real Estate Commission, by the state, and there is what they call a standard of practice that's very specific that describes the minimum that a home inspector must cover when they do a home inspection. It's available if you go to the Texas Real Estate Commission website and look under the home inspector pages on that. You can actually read through the standards of practice. I didn't find anything wrong with it at all. It's the minimum standards. Home inspectors can do more than that. A couple of times that people in vacant houses have run out the back door when I've done that. I'm glad they ran out the back door instead of confronting me, but I've done that. That's kind of unnerved me. I inspected a house one time that had a large dog that was supposed to be a friendly dog, and I think for the most part that he was a boxer, about probably 100-pound boxer, and but he didn't like me being there and nobody else being there from the family. He could stick his head through the bars further than I thought, and he bit my hand pretty good on that. The real estate agent that was familiar with him came over and walked up to that dog and told him to sit, and he did. From that point on, I told him to sit, and he'd sit and wouldn't bother me. My degree is in accounting, and most of my professional life I worked in IT. When I retired from there about a little over 10 years ago, I decided I wanted to do something that required me to play a little less politics, I guess you'd say. When I was going to college, I worked several different construction jobs. I built a house. Me and one other person built a house from the ground up one time on that. I always had enjoyed doing that. So when I retired, I had a friend whose son actually was a home inspector, and I spent some time with him, and then I went to the schools and again, just followed him around for about 6 months after I got my license to get started with home inspecting, and I really like it. Every once in a while though, the gas valve will be leaking on one of those. Approximately the same. Ripped out. It's usually a simple matter to unstop the primary drain. I don't see any indications of any problems on that. They could be, sealed down. They really probably won't cause a problem where they are right there.